In this video, I'll be discussing the essential components of a research paper. The most important part of a research paper is the title. Your title is one of the first things you need when conducting a research paper. It should be specific about what you want to find out in a research. Another one is the abstract. Abstract is a written summary of the research paper. This is usually written at the end because it will summarize all the points of your research paper. Now we will discuss Chapter 1 or the introduction. Chapter 1 includes background of the study, statement of the problem, objectives of the study, significance of the study, and scope and delimitations. In the introduction or background of the study, this is where the researcher introduces and defines the topic or the problem. The statement of the problem is where the researcher includes the general and specific problems of the research. The objectives of the study is the part of research where you discuss what you want to find out about the research. The significance of the study is where the researcher will explain the importance or relevance of the research. And the scope and the limitations is where the focus and limitation of the research is discussed. Now we will be discussing the Chapter 2 or the research framework. Chapter 2 includes the review of related literature, review of related studies, theoretical framework, and definition of terms. The review of related literature is a detailed review of existing literature such as books, magazines, or journals which are related to the topic of your research. On the other hand, the review of related studies refers to the review of research papers, theses, or dissertations which are somehow connected to your topic. For the theoretical framework, this is where a researcher applies theories which are related and significant to the research topic. The definition of terms is a list of important words used in a research along with a short definition of it. This time we will discuss the Chapter 3 or the methodology. The methodology refers to a set of methods or a step-by-step procedure of the whole research process. The methodology includes the research design and methods, data gathering or data generation, the data analysis, and the research tools and instruments. Now let us discuss Chapter 4 or the results and discussion. In this chapter, a thorough analysis and discussion of the data gathered will be conducted. It can include tables or charts which are helpful in analyzing the data. And the last chapter, Chapter 5, which includes the conclusion and recommendations. In this chapter, a summary of the whole research will be written along with a clear conclusion or findings of the research. Recommendations are optional, but it is usually added to give suggestions or ideas for other researchers. Another essential component of a research paper is the bibliography. It is a list of books, magazines, articles, or any resource or reference that was used in the research. A research paper can also include an appendix. Appendices are supplementary materials which are usually attached at the end of the research paper. Attached in the appendix are questionnaires. A questionnaire is a written set of questions given to people in order to collect facts or opinions. Take note that the parts of your research may vary depending on the type of research you are conducting. It can also depend on the guidelines of the institution that you are following.